villains list. Top 10 villains list. Let's go! Rules, only one villain per franchise, and I will count locations. Number 10, Ghostface. Ghostface. Now, I'll admit, I have not watched a single Scream movie. Not one. Not a single one. I could list every single Scream movie I have watched. We finished that list. However, I nominated him for number 10 for one reason. That reason being called Mortal fucking Kombat. You see, Mortal Kombat makes Ghostface out to be a wussy. And I just respect him as a villain for that. The fact he can appear in that game shows something to me. But even beyond that, let's look at the actual design. It's a good design. Quite frankly, it takes upon different pieces of artwork while still adding a horrifying connotation. But Black Robe in and of itself is scary, but when you add the mask, not only do you create a face of horror, you also create a face of nightmares. And I think that's successful. I think it's good. On top of all of this, no, we're just going back to Mortal Kombat. He's like the guest character that makes the least amount of sense, and it's so funny. Who's going to win? God? Or Ghostface? This teenager with a knife. He's a teenager. And he has a knife. He can beat the Christian Judeo God. Yeah, he just needs a knife. I mean, it's a small knife. It's not even a big knife. Not like a big knife would hurt the Judeo-Christian God, but like, at least that would help his chances. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm getting reports there are two of them. Never mind. The Judeo-Christian God is fucked. Number 9. Patrick Bateman from American Psycho. You know, I'm actually recording this scene last because I have to re-record it, so fuck. Anyways, Patrick Bateman. Hold on, does this still work? I don't know. I had to open up a new tab for a second just to make sure that that's correct. Anyways, awkward splicing aside, Patrick Bateman, I mean, I said a lot about him previously, but I think now I can just kind of sum it up easier. So, here's what I think of Patrick Bateman. He's cool, right? I think that Patrick Bateman is the perfect blend of cool guy and pathetic, just pathetic character. He is so sad. Really sad. By the way, I realize it's a protagonist on here, and, you know, it's villains. He's a bad dude. So I'm gonna count him, especially considering the later bullshit I'm gonna throw. You're gonna be glad. This is a high point for the list. Anyways. Bateman, he's just pathetic. The people at his company don't even know how to spell the division that they're in. His first kill, his big kill with the little coat, he does that out of envy. And more so jealousy of the fact that he meets a better man. A man better than him. And he physically cannot process that. Because he isn't special. He's a face in this crowd. And that makes an interesting commentary about just, you know, capitalism and sexism, yada yada yada. You know, the fact that men like this are pushed up where people who are stuck beneath him will be kept down no matter. Just really sad individual, but at the same time, he's a cool aesthetic. Despite the meaning of his kills being lonely and apathetically sad. Yes, I know apathetic was probably the wrong word. I said world, I meant word. I do not care. Bateman is cool. Seeing him walk up, seeing his raincoat drenched in blood, it's cool. I'm gonna be for real. But he's pathetic because of the emotions, creating someone who's cool on the surface and pathetic on the inside. And that's basically every billionaire I know. Well, actually, Elon Musk more so pretends to be cool if we're talking about Elon Musk, but like Jeff Bezos. He's a cool-ass dude, but at the same time, he's a pathetic asshole. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. You get me. You get me. Again, Bateman is just an interesting dichotomy, and I like it. Number 8. The host with the most class most, also known as Beetlejuice. Based off the early things in my channel, or early videos of my channel, I think I've made it clear that I like this movie. And the major reason for that is the show-stopping host with the most class and most assholes made the West and the world got cold. Shook hands about Ronald's. Reagan at McDonald's logged out. If your name ain't Zavine, it's time to get out. I am the most provision of dance play. I don't know what I'm talking about or why I went into the fucking rap Michael Gorbachev, but that's besides the point. The point is that he's a fun character, and I think that the movie does a good job at presenting him how he should be. Even the low point, which granted it's 2 movies, there's no low point is just a sequel is worse, but the low point of this franchise still understands how to do him justice. He can't appear for more than 15 minutes. He can't. Because the whole thing, Beetlejuice, the first movie, at least in my eyes, I know I have the wrong interpretation. I don't care. It's my interpretation. Is a parody of movies of the time. But unlike your standard parody, which is just, lol, this shit is fucked up, or pointing out actual flaws within the system, good parody or bad parody, this movie transcends the levels of good or bad by not making a realistic parody. They just do it earnestly. Sure, there's a dark subject matter, but look at all of the characters here. Ignoring the fact that the movie starts with death. Again, these are just normal characters. They're calm, they're concise, exactly like the movies at the time. It's family drama. I mean, the plot of the movie is that a bunch of ghost mommies want to help a little goth girl. That's just kind of how a movie of the time would go. Clean, concise, and a little bit morbid. But then you get Beetlejuice. And he is not at all safe. Despite being the title of the movie, he only appears for 15 minutes. And those 15 minutes are for good reason. His scenes are absolutely so much. It's the contrast of these characters built for clean and concise 1980s movies. Actually, I think that's wrong. 1900s movies compared to this absolute behemoth of just sex jokes and dirty shit. He's just a pervert. They don't even try to hide it like, he's a bit weird. No, he's just a straight up pervert. He grabs the girl's ass multiple times. He's just that. Instead of being calm and nice. He's so fucking loud he can break the fucking sound system. And he's iconic while doing it. Where do you go? I actually forgot most of the iconic lines. We've come for your daughter, Chuck. Like, that's just fun. That's a good That's just a good character. And even in the sequel, they do it properly. Beetlejuice is a character who's just fun. As you'll see later on this list, wink wink, I like cartoony-ass villains. Those are fun. And Beetlejuice is definitely a cartoony-ass villain. So he belongs here. He belongs here. I would 100% say that. Number 7. The Overlook Hotel, but mostly Jack Torrance. This is where the definition of... how should I put this? Definition of villains definitely starts to be a little bit more wonky. I mean, it's a hotel. Can I count that as a villain? Yes, I can. This is my list. But at the end of the day, I think I'm still going to allow it because 1, the picks later are going to get worse. 2, I see Jack as an extension. So this is mostly going to be about Jack. Jack is a good-ass character, but I think the hotel is what gives him so much leeway. I think it's a good-ass setting. The hotel is unsettling. I mean, I don't Most of these guys, they have a lot to say. Even Ghostface, who I have no experience with, I have something to say about his design. Jack is just straightforward, you know? He doesn't need any more elements to expand upon for me to justify this. The hotel is spooky. Jack is spooky. His performance is cartoony, but it's not too cartoony for it to take you out of the role. It's just scary guy. He's scary. And the hotel is scary. And Jack is scary because he's in the hotel. That's it. It's a Kubrick film. Did you expect me to say more? It's a Kubrick film based off Stephen King. Flash it on screen for a second. I actually can't. I don't know how to fucking edit. Flash that on screen. Kubrick plus Stephen King. I don't need to explain this. It explains itself. It's The Shining. It's The Shining. Number 6. Pick up, Felix Kraken from The Walton Files. The Walton Files sucks. Yeah, I need that attention. I promise you, within this year, when I get on summer break, I am going to make a full-on fucking retrospect about the monstrosity that series is. It's going to be 12 fucking hours, I assure you, and it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be my magnum opus, because this series, within 20 seconds, I have an hour of content just on the table. Why does the house look like that? It doesn't make sense. And you know, they're going to be funnier villains technically. Nothing is going to be as funny as forgive and forget all this drunk driving. Brother to brother, man to man. Man, it's time to back it up, man, I miss my friend. Nothing is going to be as funny as Medicaid the heavy damage. Gotta manipulate everyone. I'm sorry, Jack, what have I done? This is just me going to be blabbing about incoherent nonsense. I've got a business. I've got a lovely wife. Maybe I lie a little, but I'm doing good. He's just a drunk driver. What more can I say? Uncle Felix, why are you in the drinking zone? Uncle Felix, my teacher says drinking is bad. Are you drinking? This is just hilarious, everything about it. Why is there a bar in an elementary school? Why is that there? Why is there a bar there? I promise you there's going to be more stuff for me to talk about in the full retrospective. But for now, I want to dissect everything about this stupid car crash. First, iconic moments in the series. Jack opened his fucking door. Felix opened his fucking door. Felix opened the fucking door. Pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. Why are my kids not home? Pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. Tell me what's going on. Pick up the phone. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Have you seen that goofy ass image? I know I showed him on the title card. That's the villain. That's the villain of your series. That's a bunch of cheap walk cycle. I sound like a schizophrenic to my neighbors. I really don't care, okay? I had fucking nightmares earlier. I need to cure my depression. That's a lie. I don't have depression. I'm living a fucking wonderful life. I'm just sad. I'm sad, but I'm doing better than y'all bitches, so... I don't mean to make a joke of mental health. Seriously, if you need therapy, I would 100% recommend it. It's a wonderful tool. Anyways, back to pick up the blood in my mouth. Mixing with number low. Pick up the fuck. Pick up the fuck. Half of my audience isn't gonna know what the fuck I'm talking about, and this is gonna be a giant ass section of the video, and that's what makes it so wonderful. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. It's beautiful. Forgive and forget all this drunk drive. I love drinking and driving. I love it. Whenever I drink and drive, I make sure to go faster. I go faster. I'm gonna go higher. It's like Felix is meant to be the villain, and the series, and yet they put more effort into making Jack scary. Like, what the fuck? And the thing is, I would 100% buy a Felix plushie. God, I want a Felix plushie. Give him to me! Give him to me! I want the Felix! Uncle Felix, why are you in the bar in the fucking elementary school? The elementary school, there's a bar in it, and it's called the adult zone, or the drinking zone. This creator can't decide on a name, and he's in the center of the fucking bar. The bar that's changing colors magically, bitch. It's magically changing color. Number 5. Dr. Steinman from BioShock. Also, the music video is good. Going from a bit less insanity, we go to the schizophrenic. He's ugly! He's ugly! Ugly! Nothing about this character makes any goddamn sense, and that's what I love about Steinman. I mean, he's already an intimidating presence due to being the thing that fucked up Rapture. I don't want to hear any of it. Fontaine did it, Ryan did it. No. The problem is 100% Steinman. Why does he get so little screen time? He makes such an impact in one cutscene. I do not count the audio logs. I do not care what the hell you try to say to me. I will not count the audio logs. The audio logs don't count. All we get to see of Steinman is that he ruined Rapture as we know it. All of it. Gone. Reduced to atoms. That's all we know. And then after that, all we get to see of him is this one, too fat. This one, too tall. This one, too symmetrical. What's this? An intruder. He's ugly. Ugly. Why does he have a Tommy gun under his desk? What the fuck is happening? And this might be, again, the main villain. He's like the first boss you fight, and he's running away. I had a harder time with the schizophrenic. 10 out of 10 villain. 10 out of 10 villain. You know, the person who builds up your story? The reason your story exists, he appears for 10 seconds. That's all you get. All of it. Ugly. 10 out of 10 character. I would 10 out of 10 again. Like the goddamn garden grower gets more screen time. The garden grower. What problem did she cause? Oh, the garden? Oh, no! Number 4. Kamala Harris. I mean Napoleon. I think this is going to be another Jack situation. I can't say for certain, but going into this, I think it's going to be. Napoleon is just a good character. Animal Farm is one of those books where you don't care for any of the cast, but you just like the plot. You feel me? Do you feel me? Like, no one is particularly special in this, so you just kind of like seeing it devolve into chaos. And Napoleon at the head of it is just a good. Again, the symbolism in Animal Farm is amazing, and that extends to Napoleon. I mean, they made him a pig. That's just good. He wears the clothes, literally, figuratively, and literally walking in the shoes of tyrants. Like, that's just funny. And also, like, a good metaphor. Everything about him is just good. He lands an intimidating presence. He actually works as a representation of government. I think he's just a good character overall. Orwell may have been slightly on the psychotic side. Slightly. Not majorly, but somewhat on the psychotic side. But his books are amazing. My favorite books of all time. You cannot deny that. Number 3. Holy shit, the bathroom? Remember how I said earlier in a few entries that this would get into a point of, like, very obvious contention? I think this is it. I put a bathroom here. Not a mystical bathroom, just a bathroom. So hold on. Let me defend myself. Let me defend myself for a second. This bathroom is fucking magical. Okay? Okay, I think we can obviously see it as like just there's no way this is a normal bathroom. I think that's clear. Like, I can't really express my thoughts on this. Like, you can just kill a man and then bring him back to life in a few seconds. That's obviously some messed up thing. Like, protesters, and then you can walk back to see the protesters and then walk forward, see them ban bathroom stalls, then go back and the protesters are there. This bathroom has time-altering powers. And it's definitely not just that the game designer didn't have a way to load states. No, it's definitely the bathroom has mystical powers. But even ignoring that, I think that High School Bathroom Simulator is just an amazing piece of media. And I think something that makes it so fun is the contrast between our boy. I'm going to name him Rusty, but I'd say he's more my boy. He's my boy. And seeing him contrast to this world around him that's just batshit insanity. I understand that the purpose of the game is just as a shitpost to, comment on how bad bathrooms in America are. At least I'm presuming that Bobby Burr, reach out if I'm correct. But I can't help but see it as more so just an exploration and a character study of Rusty, our boy, and just the world around him. I think it's comical seeing a protest break out about washing your hands and then proceed next step to authoritarian regimes. All while our boy Rusty is just like, yeah, I just want the bathroom, man. I just want him. Again, Rusty is a based character, but much like Nicolas Cage before him, you can only have characters like this if the environment that's around him is equally as compelling in an opposite direction, and that's what makes the bathroom so interesting. The fact that this is just insane. You don't question when you see a man who has a fish for a head just existing. That's not questionable. You see a tumbleweed pass by. How did it get here? You don't know. It makes no sense. In fact, we only beat the game by beating up a disabled person. Okay, that's an exaggeration. I don't want to sound bad. You can only beat the game by basically stealing a stall from a disabled individual. And despite that, it's still like, that's like only like one of like 70 things that happened. Okay, my mom's calling. Give me a second. I'm not going to edit this out. I think it's funnier this way. Hey, Mom, I can't talk right now. I'm sorry.
What's going
on? I'm recording a video.
Okay, well, you can start again.
I mean, yeah, but, like, I'm already 3 minutes in. Also, wait, Mom, please.
Are you talking shit about the school?
No. Gina, you think that I have time to talk shit about the school, like, right after?
What kind of video?
I'm making a top 10 Villains list.
Oh, okay. Well, I sent you an email. Check it out when you have a chance.
I will. Love you, Mom.
Love you, baby.
Okay, ignore that. I'm just gonna... I don't know what to do anymore. I kind of got sidetracked. But the point is, High School Bathroom Simulator rocks, and the thing that makes it rock so much is the bathroom itself. And also Bobby Burt's amazing writing. Again, you can just have a character play the game that you're currently playing, and that makes total sense. And the gameplay doesn't make sense. Like, what is he doing? Why is he doing it like this? 10 out of 10. Number 2. Monokuma! From Danganronpa. I think I can summarize this entry in literally one sentence, and I think that's probably bad, but whatever. Monokuma, Danganronpa is in, like, I don't know where I would put them exactly. Like, it is somewhere in, like, my 6 out of 10 range of media. There are media I enjoy, like, so much more than Dangan. I can list them off. Like, High School Bathroom Simulator. Or High School Bathroom Simulator. And then you also got Animal Farm and Beetlejuice and all of the other jazz, all of it, Smash Bros. I can't think them off the top of my head, but that's because I have short-term memory loss. But I can just assure you, Danganronpa does not pop into conversation of video games I like, or even media I like for that matter, and all too often. In fact, I'll give you a little spoiler alert. I didn't play Danganronpa. I watched the anime on Hulu. I did not play the games. I didn't. I watched the anime, and it's a good anime. It's genuinely one of my favorite TV shows. I'm not gonna deny that, but when it comes to like everything else, it's like nowhere, you know. But Monokuma, favorite character in all of media. Favorite character. Not even thinking villains. And I know there's someone above him. I'll explain when we get there. But favorite character in all of media. He's fun. He's just a fun character. I can't deny that. His personality is wonderful. I like explosives, and he also likes explosive. He's basically Jigsaw meets Beetlejuice. Like, that's an amazing combination right there. In fact, honorable mention, Officer Hoffman. Mark Hoffman. I don't know where he would have scored on this list, but he had like 12 or 13 probably. I didn't bother to count him. He's fun as well. I just didn't think he deserved to belong here. But again, Jigsaw meets Ace Attorney meets Beetlejuice. 10 out of 10 character. That's all. Oh, wait, also, no, I forgot. Meets Explosive Device. Complete! 10 out of 10 character. Like, I enjoy watching you flop like a bunch of it. He's just a good character. I'm not even gonna deny that. He's just the best. The best around. Gotta be the best of it. Number 1. Miles Braun. Look, he's a literal piece of shit. The shithead. Right over here. Again, I think that there was actually a better place I could have done for Glass Onion. And that's its original Knives Out family. But one, I put a bathroom on here. Okay, I don't want to put multiple characters at once. 2, and more importantly, dear God, I may have hated that family more, but I hated them so much they didn't belong on this list. Miles is a despisable prick. And that's just what he is. He's Elon Musk, except like slightly better. So that's just a terrible human being. He's an idiot. He's a self-glanderizing moron. Yes, I use self-glanderizing. What are you going to do? I don't care that it's not a word. It's a word to me! I don't know what I did. Anyways, point being, Miles Braun, there's no good qualities about this man. Not a single one. Not one. I can list every good quality about Miles Braun. That's every good quality about Miles Braun. And that's what makes him the number 1 villain. Because I loved seeing his shitty house, his shitty Glass Onion, blown to pieces. Because he doesn't deserve it. He deserves to rot in prison and then rot in hell. I hate that bastard. I hate him. He's awful. I hope he gets locked up, and when he dies, he gets locked up into a board and eaten by ants. And that's why he belongs here, because I've never seen a more satisfying breakdown than that. In fact, there's not a single movie scene I ever played nearly as much as that ending. That's how much I love the ending. That's how good it was.